Hey, October's been a weird month. Start off Propagation Hotel, one of my favorite games I've played in a long time in VR. It was great. Then we got Seventh Guest. I had a little nostalgia for that based on the 1993 game that came out, but once again, I was not disappointed. Wonderful game. I really loved the puzzles, the aesthetic, the overall feel of the game. It was amazing. I can say that about both of those first two games. Then Ghostbusters came out. That was just its own thing. Is what it is. However, Foglands, this was perhaps the game I was looking forward to more than any other game coming out this month. It dropped last night. Let's go. I was really looking forward to the release of Foglands. After the Ghostbusters debacle, I was just really hoping for something else. I knew Ghostbusters was most likely not for me upon seeing the first trailer. Maybe I should have sat that one out, but I wanted to check it out for myself. Now, Foglands. This was supposed to be the saving grace of October for me. I had a few fears about it, as you do before any new release. But ever the optimist, I try to give all aspects of a game a fair shot. And this game had some good-looking aspects. Unfortunately, it wasn't a finished product. I started off with a 3-hour live stream. Pretty quickly, I realized it would be painful to make people watch any further. Ended the live stream. I finished the game alone. Almost 7 hours later. So all in all, I mean, I spent 10 hours. You could probably do it in 6 to 8 hours, depending on what your goal was. I did mess around a lot, so it could probably be that. It could definitely be beaten quicker, but wasn't what I was expecting. The game just wasn't what I was expecting. It's a loop, meaning, once you die, you start at the very beginning. Kind of like Hellsweeper, if you played that. Not my favorite. Especially when it is hard to gauge how you're taking damage. I would go from full health to no health, completely uncertain as to what had transpired. There was this death blow. Where was it, though? At least you're still raking up and keeping your loot after you die. So you do have those aspects. Same as Hellsweeper, kind of. Who knows where, though? The sword system was just kind of mucky. Not great at all. I would have liked a bag or maybe just more slots in the start menu or something. It just really wasn't a great option. The weapon storage and retrieval was not bad, though. The guns were easily accessible. You could kind of put them in different spots. You had 4 little pouches up front. But then again, it should be. The time slowdown, the bullet mode, the Max Payne style, was really looking forward to that. I figured it'd be more like bullet time and Max Payne. It just wasn't, though. It was only triggered by shooting people, and it really wasn't obvious if it was a combo or a headshot, and there was very little that was advantageous about it, other than maybe a quick reload or extra shot. It may have saved me once or twice, but that was another very disappointing aspect for me. As far as bugs, the whole game had an overall glitchy feel. Your finger, while moving to the trigger and even making a pulling motion, is met by a sedentary trigger. Your finger moves, but the trigger just stays there, so your finger actually literally goes to the trigger. That's just not good. The trigger should pull. It's not that hard. I had the first main boss glitch out. The first boss got stuck in the wall. Multiple times, actually. The there were just so many little examples of that. You get the idea. It is buggy enough to where the bugs interfere with the gameplay. You can't have that. Now I have to give credit to the artists. The overall look, feel, ignoring gameplay, was great. Even great shadow casting, which is usually missed. I mean, you could hold a gun up to a light on a wall and the shadows were great. I couldn't speak more to the art. It's not terribly interactive, so once again, not the artist's fault though. But a wonderful world to immerse yourself in. The music was great. Even the supporting characters, while sparse, they're very well done. With its Bioshock Firefly meets Deadlands aesthetic, which is really what attracted me to it in the first place, I couldn't have been more excited for this release. I just can't emphasize how excited I was. That is kind of the rub, though. Clearly they put time and money into the aesthetic. Where is the gameplay? Once again, the art team did a great job. Credit where due. Art, music, amazing. Even all concept, I think they had something. All in all, there were some good aspects of the game, but mostly it was clunky and felt like I was doing something wrong or missing an aspect of gameplay the whole time. I wasn't. It just was hard to grab things, hard to react. The reloading wasn't too bad. I kept having overlooked what one might call minor issues, but when you can't grab things without some amount of focus mid-fight, it's frustrating and definitely adds to the lack of satisfaction with the game in general and overall gameplay. I love the reloading, like I said. The overall gunslinging, despite the underwhelming swords of generic enemies, that killed me suddenly and often without any evidence that I was taking any kind of damage or was about to. There was a real lack of gun mechanics as well, other than they do shoot. Like I said, the trigger didn't pull. The reloading was nice, so I guess there was that about the gun mechanics, but it was just like you had a block in your hand that had a nice reload feature. There was nothing original about it, though, at all. Suffice it to say, the gameplay is not intuitive. The physics were workable, but ultimately frustrating, and I don't believe the game in this state is worth $30. $15 might have felt more appropriate. That being said, they had a winner. It seems they rushed getting it out, not taking the time to do right by the game, and I imagine this game will get better with updates and patches. I won't be tuning in for those. If you want a game from October that didn't suck, check out Propagation Hotel and The Seventh Guest, as both of these were top-notch games at the same price point. I really wish I had something better to say, but at this point, I sadly cannot recommend the Foglands. Thanks for hanging out, all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps. I appreciate everyone who watches these videos and comes and checks it out. Thanks a lot. You'll have a great Halloween and a nice afternoon, or whatever it is at the time you're watching. Bye.